So here we go then. This is I guess the next stage in my track laying process. Again, as usual, I'm well behind schedule, but you know, it is what it is. Right, so I've cut this hole and I'm going to put the turntable base in it. Now whether I can do this one-handed while I'm filming remains to be seen, so here we go. I haven't tried it yet, so this could be fun. Okay, so in she slides there. It is a very tight fit, I've got to say that. Let's see if we can... Well, I'll just do this, guys. Excuse me. And yes, my goodness, it is tight, and I've got all the edges down as flat as they can go. Hope you can hear this. But really, wow. Well, I'm a bit surprised at that because I do have a love-hate relationship with my jigsaw. And we seem to have been in tune with each other this morning. So there we go. First stage of that, turntable base in. Well happy. I'm not very good at woodwork, and my experience would have told me that I would have cut the hole too big, and then I would have been probably not filming this. I would have been kicking something somewhere. Okay, right. Back later. Well, there he is, our first ever passenger at Budleigh Regis station. And Budleigh Regis station is now a one-piece platform which I've cut out of MDF. And it'll run right down there to the end. Back, and there's the turntable over there in the distance. There we go. Happy with that. This is the bay, or the shorter platform, the shorter bay platform, and obviously the other side runs right up to the end there. The buffer stop a bit at the end. The station buildings have been put on top of the MDF piece, and yeah, quite happy with that. That worked quite well. This guy here could be waiting some time for the first train. He also looks a little bit fleshy as well, so at some point I will have an attempt at painting. I've got a pack of model scene figures, and I think, you know, detailing them, we'll see about that. Okay, so there we go, Budleigh Regis station. The other thing hopefully I've got coming today, I've got the Pico concrete platform edging, which will go all round, and obviously the piece that goes at the end. So don't worry about the MDF that's just sort of hanging in the air there. There is a slight bow in the actual piece of the MDF. The actual baseboard is flat, believe it or not. What I'll do is probably screw it down and screw and glue once I've got the track in place. But I thought I'd cut the platform out mainly because then I can gauge the distance for the track from the platform. I'll probably have to wait now until the concrete platform edging arrives. So if it arrives this afternoon, then I'll get a crack on with that, and then we can maybe start getting some track down. We'll see later. If it's not today, it will be tomorrow. Right, okay, just a very brief update on the boat situation. There she is, the RMV Scillonian. Let's just walk you around. Getting there, there's loads of little bits left to do. I'm just trying to cut some stairs, but to be honest, I can't do it, it's just too small. So what we're going to do, I've got some stairs from the previous ship that I made, and we'll use some of that, I think. There we go. It's not looking too bad. little bit of scrap here and there, but the thing is, it's so bloody small. Let's get that back in shot. I don't know whether you can see the anchor change down there. I had to hand make that. The actual part of the kit was so small that I couldn't possibly cut it and get it to look right. So that's where we're at with that. So more progress as I get on with it. Probably won't show you again until I've finished it. Right, here join me now. Got all the platform edging on, which is remarkably straight, although here and there it doesn't look like it, but it is. So what I'm doing now is building up the level to meet the platform edge. So there was a 1mm card layer down there, and now I've got some 180 GSM card ready and gluing to that surface, so that meets up with the edge of the edging. And then I've got some 2000 grit black sandpaper. Now I've been experimenting with that this morning, and this is what the colour is. I don't know whether you can see that. It's not black really anymore. I've used a dark grey pastel and a dark or a mid-brown pastel, and I've come up with like the scruffy tarmacy kind of look for the platform, so hopefully that's going to look great. So onwards and upwards, and you'll see me in a bit once we get the black top on. Right, so there we go. That's the platform basically done. That's that covered now with the 2000 grit sandpaper. Good thing about that as well, it's waterproof, so you know, I guess if it does get a little damp in the old cabin, which I'm hoping it doesn't this year, that should stand up quite well. I've actually stuck it down with Pritt stick. I used the one from the pound shop, believe it or not. There it is. Apparently, according to the Scale Scenes Modelers group on Facebook, it's the better one to use because it's not so stringy as an actual Pritt stick. Anyway, I've been using it and it's been quite good. So there it is, all stuck down. When you come back again, I'll be going through the weathering process. So I might actually video that and see how that goes. Right, so starting to weather the platforms now. I'm using a combination of WWS weathering powder, black soot, and I've got some pastels, and I'm using the dark grey and the mid-brown, and the combination of all three seems to work okay. Bought some nice cheap makeup brushes the other day, much to my wife's delight. And all I'm doing, just put some black soot on there, and really just randomly, I'll just do that and sort of blend it in. I mean, this is the first time I've ever done any weathering, so whether I'm doing it right or wrong, I don't think there's a right or wrong way. I watched Sam on Peaks 47, he does a beautiful job, but I'll just blend a little bit in, and it just breaks up the black, really, the black colour, and it gives it just a bit more of a natural, slightly warm tarmac look. There's a bit more black on there now. Make sure that you've got plenty of paper down when you do this, because I was doing it earlier and it went all over the bloody table. There we go. A little bit of mid-brown on there, a bit of grey. Anyway, I won't bore you with it. I haven't got much more to do, but I'll show you the end result once I've done it. Right, well, there we go. That is weathered platform top is weathered. I'm really quite pleased how this has turned out, to be honest. Having never done it before, I got the idea of using a very light grit sandpaper from Great Chesterford, because he uses it with his roads, and I just thought, oh, that might be quite a good idea for platforms in Engage. I didn't want it to look too gravelly. All I'm waiting on now is some concrete coloured paint, and I've got the Woodland Scenics concrete coloured paint coming. And once I've painted the sides of the platform edging, the edging work obviously I will do in white. Got a bit some white paint as well. But yeah, not too bad. It's been a nice break actually from going out into the cabin and finding other things to do rather than doing the track laying. But I needed to do this just to make sure that I get the right gap with the track between the platform and the platform edging, because I didn't know quite how wide that bit of platform edging is. So hopefully that's going to help. And of course I've got slightly carried away with doing all the asphalting and so on, but you know, it's been a bit of a wet afternoon. It was quite a nice thing to do. There we go. So that's all done. This will obviously, this area will house the station building, which once I've finished the ship will be my next little evening project, just so that I can see how it all fits and how it all looks. Tomorrow is golf, and Wednesday I hope to be doing some track laying now that I've got the platform sorted. Right, there we go. Speak soon. Right, okay, here we are. Track laying in progress. To be fair, I haven't got far. I am learning how to do soldering, and it's been interesting to say the least. But anyway, I'm managing it, and it's going okay-ish, but I am getting it on there. As you can see there's a couple of solder points there where the wires are coming off the track. They drop down underneath, and then there will be a collective larger hole there to take them below to the bus wire. Also this week I did get waylaid slightly in building this platform. It was just a nice change just to sit down and do something a bit different, from either woodworking or building the boat and so on and so forth. But anyway, the platform's in, and I wanted that in so that I could just sort of judge the height of the coaches and so on to the platform. So that's it. We've got the concrete edging on there, which will be weathered at some point. And although I've weathered the platform tops, I got slightly carried away. I mean, I didn't really need to do that, but I have, and I think that's worked out rather lovely. But anyway, so anyway, back to the track laying. This is as far as I've got. Unfortunately, as ever, I've run out of time. So we've got to the platform end, and I've just been working over the back there just before shooting the video. The back square piece of paper there is the engine shed, and the one just in front of that is the goods shed. You can just see goods there. So yes, I'm quite happy actually. This morning I've made a lot of progress. I've had to change the track plan slightly just because of the turntable, but really it hasn't changed that much. So I'm quite happy with that. Obviously none of this is fixed down yet. My intention is to try and get this section done up to the bridge, and then the main line that will sweep round these curves here only to here. And once I've done that, I'm going to connect it all up with the bus wire, and then do a little bit of testing before I start thinking about actually gluing it down, because, you know, this being my first time at soldering ever, I'm a little bit worried that the connections won't be quite right and so on, but, you know, fingers crossed, it all seems okay. So I'm following a lot of what everybody else has done on YouTube, so so hopefully that's not going to be too bad. So my next update will probably be in 2 weeks, and hopefully I'll have a good run at it and we'll get all of this done. If I do happen to complete it before then and get something running, then I'll post a little update. But that's where we're at. It's slow, but, you know, the platform seemed to take precedence this week, and I really enjoyed doing it, loved it. So there we go, guys. Right, we'll have a good weekend, this being Friday. I'll get this posted this afternoon. I've got to go out, unfortunately, so that's where we're at. Just give you another quick sweep round. The other problem is I've got so much stuff everywhere at the moment, it's difficult to work anywhere, and as you can see as I pan down here, I've just got stuff out everywhere. I am actually waiting for some shelving to arrive as well, so that will delay me while I get that, because I can't stand working in a mess. And you know, I think in some ways that might have delayed my progress. But anyway, like I say, have a great weekend. That's where we're at. Speak soon.